Hello and welcome everybody. This is Amanda Rose from Archer Travel, and today we are so excited to welcome Justin. He is going to be talking about his brand. He's going to introduce himself, but before that happens, I wanted to let you guys this is good for both the USA and Australian agents. And if you guys have any questions, please type those in chat and we will have Q&A at the end. And if you want to re-watch this video, you can find it right here in the videos tab of this page. And without any further ado, Justin, thanks for joining us. We're so excited to learn about you and your brand and everything.
Thanks, Amanda. Hi, everybody. I'm Justin Smythe from Vietnam Travel and Cruise and Travel Sapphire. I'm the director of both companies. They are two independent companies from each other, but lucky for me, I work for both of them. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick overview, a little bit about both companies and what we do and how we can help you guys and look after all your wonderful clients. The first one is Vietnam Travel and Cruise. Now, Vietnam Travel and Cruise is a tailor-made company that will actually do any type of itineraries that can what your clients are looking for. So whether it's foods, active, 5-star, 3-star, cruises, airfares, train tickets, everything we'll be able to tailor make for your clients. So feel free to send through those itineraries and we'll be able to tailor make them for you. The destinations we cover are Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand and Laos. We'll go into a little bit further detail on this, but this is just an overview of some of the main towns that we look after here. Obviously, I'm going to have a conversation with you guys about what products and in-depth about hotels and all that kind of stuff at a later stage, but this is just purely a bit of an overview of everything so you guys know who we are, what we do, how we can help you and go forward from there. As you can see, this is a little map of where we all travel to. So we got Hanoi up in the north of Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, which is Saigon down on the bottom, and in the middle Da Nang, which is where all the nice beach resorts are. We got Lao Prang, Vientiane. We've got Cambodia with Phnom Penh and Siem Reap. Siem Reap is where Temple of Doom was filmed. We've got Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, and Phuket, Krabi, all the beach areas in Thailand there. So as on the right there, we can do tailored-made package tours with all private and group activities. If your clients want to do group activities in terms of being on a day tour with other people rather than just being in a car by themselves, we can do that as well. But mostly the stuff we do is all private, tailor-made itineraries. We can help with the Vietnam visas. We can do obviously all English-speaking guides. If your clients have a interest in history or whatever, we can do stuff towards the Vietnam War, everything as well. This is just a small snapshot of some of the different itineraries that we have done. We've got family tours, adventure tours. We've got the beach stays where you can flop and drop and sit on the beach. We've got all the Mekong River cruises. We've got the classical tours, what we call classical tours from north to south. So north from Hanoi all the way down through to Saigon. We've got little short break mini stays, motorbike tours. We've got everything in between that scale. So here's just a couple of little images here to give you a bit of an idea of what our destinations look like, especially having been to Vietnam before. Got some stuff there. The markets this is all in Hanoi. Flower markets are huge in Hanoi. We've got the Halong Bay, beautiful scenery. I was up there in March. It's spectacular. Hoi An, one of my favorite towns in all of the world. Nice sleepy little town there. A lot of walking, little walking town. They actually cut off the pedestrians, cut off the cars from, so it's a pedestrian walking area. A lot of nice little trendy restaurants. We got Hue, which is the middle of the city, which is actually where the DMZ zone is for World War II, not World War II, the Vietnam War. That was where the president lived. We've got the Saigon or the French influence, the floating markets on the Mekong as well. This is some of our top hotels that we currently use at the moment. We've got the Meritel in Hanoi and the May de Ville in 5 stars. As you can see, both very classical looking, got a bit of French architecture involved in both of that. Big dip. The Meritels must be about $100 a night Australian, so that's about 75 US dollars. The May de Villes must be a little bit more, about $150. So very good standards for both and very reasonably priced. This is our Hoi An, a couple of our Hoi An 4-star resorts. Again, you're looking around that 75 US, $100 Australian. La Siesta, great little restaurant, 3 pools, a swim up pool bar, and infinity little riverside in Hoi An as well. A couple of our 5-star hotels that we use, the Caravel and the Apricot in Hanoi. Both of these would be around about the $200 mark. The Apricot Hotel is internally, it has an art gallery on the inside. All the art can be purchased in the hotel. Great locations for both of these, right in the heart of the city, walking distance to all the main attractions and bars and restaurants. I've got a couple of 5-star hotels here in Hoi An and Vinpearl, Phu Quoc. Vinpearl Phu Quoc is, well, Phu Quoc itself is an island destination, really great for flop and drop, have a break at the end of the holiday. Some of these north to south itineraries from, you 3 nights in Hanoi, 2 nights in Halong Bay, then down to Hoi An and then into Saigon. You want to have a bit of a break at the end. This is the perfect place, right on the beach, great weather, snorkeling, scuba diving, all your water sports, great big resort pools. There's even in Vinpearl, there's a like a Disneyland resort there where you got aquariums and rides and water slides and restaurants and stuff you can go to for a day as well. What I sort of pop up is a couple of our current specials up here. We've got a foodie tour here, $17.99 per person. That's Australian dollars. I don't have it in US dollars on the top of my head, sorry. But that's your 7 nights combination at 4-star boutique properties, day breakfast, 4 lunches, 3 dinners. We've got dinner in the dark in Saigon. We've got cocktail tasting experience. We've got all the food tour on the back of a Vespa. We've got the train street in Hanoi. You got all your internal flights and also your Vietnam visa as well. Travel dates are from now until December, but obviously if somebody wants to travel in January or next year or whatever, we can tailor the package to fit into their travel dates. It just might be a little bit more expensive as well. The other one that we got there, whoops, I just flipped past very quickly, sorry, is the Best of Vietnam, which is our north to south itinerary, $3,000 Australian, which would be about $2,200, $2,300 US dollars. 11 nights, 5-star accommodation, breakfast day, 8 lunches, 2 dinners, all your sightseeing, everything's all included from top to bottom for all your private guides, private transfers, everything is included as well, including your e-visa for the Australian citizens. We've also got the extension there to Vinpearl, $600 per person for 3 nights, including breakfast as well, and entry into the Vin Wonder and Vin Safari, which is like their amusement parks there as well. So again, this is up on sale until 30th May, so we've only got a few more days, or about a couple more days before this expires. But again, something like this, I can send out the itineraries and whatever to you guys. It's also on our Facebook group. So if you're looking at Vietnam Travel and Cruise Facebook, you'll be able to come and join our group and you'll see all of these current specials and packages. And there's a lot of other information we put up on our Facebook group as well. This is just a bit of our team to put a face with the name. Hewen in the middle there, she's our CEO and director and owner. There's myself in Australia, and I also look after the US market as well. And then we've got all of our other sales consultants, our operations team and accountants there. It's just put a bit of a name. It's only a small boutique company, but everything we do, we love Vietnam and how we work work with all of our operators there. If there's products that you guys after, or certain hotels that clients want to stay at, we have access to all these hotels. We just can't advertise everyone at every single time, unfortunately. Just to let you know, we've been operating in Australia under Australian business license since October 2021, but we've been operating in the Australian market since 2015 when we started the company. Direct deposit, we will take credit cards. Everything that we advertise is gross price to you guys, with including 10% commission. Okay. We've got usually most of our quotes take 24 hours to come back, especially for Vietnam. If in Thailand, take usually a little bit longer. They're a little bit more sleepy, and take a little bit longer with Thailand and Laos, but we'll generally get them back within 48 hours. All bookings require $200 non-refundable deposit per person, and balance are due maximum 30 days before departure. There might be a few other different options there that, if it's a cruise, they might need a payment a little bit earlier, but generally speaking, most of the bookings require full payment before 30 days before departure. Is our contact details here. We've got a separate email now set up for Archer Travel, Archer at Vietnam Travel and Cruise. My details are on there. Website has a lot more itineraries. There's a blog on there. You can read all about our adventures. Hotel inspections. There's information on different hotels and areas and whatever else. We've got reservations number there for Australia and Hanoi, but most of our quotes and inquiries come through on email. So just use that Archer at Vietnam Travel and Cruise for all your inquiries, and feel free to give me a call. I'm happy to arrange more in-depth training and catch up and answer all your questions that I can help with. Okay. And that's the
Perfect.
end of the Vietnam one. So thank you very much. We'll take questions at the end of all this. Amanda will help me out with all that kind of stuff. So I'm just moving on to the second one, which is our Travel Sapphire. Again, I'm the director of the business. Travel Sapphire looks after India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Nepal, Bhutan, and Tibet. The big thing that we like to do is, as much as we can do a normal, typical Indian itinerary or Sri Lankan itinerary, we like to put itineraries in there that are unique experiences for the clients and what they're interested in. So if it's photography, golf, food, we like to get you in hands-on cooking schools with local families and learning the local way of doing it, not just what a big 5-star hotel tells you how to do it and shows you in a luxury hotel. We want to get in and down and into the experience and into the local tourism to help them, help you guys really enjoy the experience that you're having. We've got head offices in New Delhi in India. We've got our associate offices in Colombo and Kathmandu, and then we've got our sales offices in Australia, USA, UK, Brazil, and Japan. I look after the Australian and the US market. So again, feel free to send through to me any inquiries, questions, support, what you guys need. I'm happy to work with you guys to get it. As I mentioned, we look after India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Nepal, and Bhutan. A couple of our iconic images there in those photos: Taj Mahal, the bridge, underwater dining in the Maldives. We've got the stupa in Nepal and Tiger's Nest in Bhutan, where I was a couple of weeks ago. So that's actually my photo from 3 weeks ago when I was in Bhutan. As I said before, creating unique experiences. We've got culture, heritage. We've got all different festivals, Diwali, Holi Festival. We can do all your wellness programs, spa and wellness, therapy programs down in southern India. We've got wildlife itineraries. We can do luxury trains, luxury luxury river cruising. We've also got the adventure. So if you want to do Everest base camp and stuff like that, we've all got that kind of stuff as well. So as you can see, we can cover most of your clients' itineraries and special interests. You've just got to let us know what they're interested in, and then we can tailor and make the itinerary from there. why you should be using us. We're on the ground. It's our company. We're the ones who are working in the business. My team are there 24/7 hours a day. The guys that you're dealing with for your reservations, Ankit and the team, Bhuvan, they're there as the emergency contact, so they know the details of the clients inside out, back to front, of the booking inside out and back to front. We have really strong relationship with a lot of other suppliers over there, the hoteliers that we're with, so which means we get a better price point than whatever's out there in the marketplace. So for the Australian guys, we can usually match a lot of the Tripadil, Webjets, Luxury Escape sort of packages. So therefore you guys can earn a bit of commission on that kind of stuff as well, where otherwise your clients would be going directly to those companies. Some of the major companies that we deal with around the world as preferred companies is Hello World and Travel Managers in Australia, Go Away in USA and Canada, Travel Accountants in UK. So we've got a lot of the bigger travel companies around the world that we work with. We also work with, through those programs, with a lot of the universities. So we do a lot of university educational trips, depending on what field of interest and that, with, you know, a lot of these unis in our country. So we bring them across. They'll do a 3-month program in India and immerse themselves, and we work with these universities to bring those travel clients, those students across. We've got a really great brochure. We don't call it as a selling brochure. It's more of an inspirational tool. It's 280 pages. So unfortunately, I can't send it out to each and every single one of you, but it's on our website. You can download it, send it off to your clients on an email because it is downloadable. We've got a lot of general information there about destinations. We've got obviously the travel programs with costs in there. We've got hotel accommodation, whether it's 4-star, 5-star. We've got airport and visa information. We've got the general weather conditions, so it tells you the best time of year to visit. So if you've never sold India or Sri Lanka before, you've got all that stuff in the brochure to help you guys to stay one step ahead of your clients. A couple of our brochures here, just to give you a bit of an overview of some of the products. We've got 19 different travel programs to give you inspiration for in the brochure for India, starting off at our Golden Triangle for $1,200 per person, twin share, Australian dollars, and $780 US per person. That is for a private tour of Golden Triangle of India, and 12 Sri Lanka programs there as well. All of our packaging in our brochure is commissionable by 15%. Okay, we've got 8 travel programs for Nepal and 2 for Bhutan, 15% commission as well. So here's some of our best-selling itineraries. This is one of our 8-day Taj and Tiger itinerary. Start off in Delhi, do the sightseeing, Old Delhi, New Delhi, and all the monuments you want to see, then go to the Taj Mahal, have a day in the Taj Mahal, then go to Ranthambore National Park, which is where you do the tiger safaris, come back to Jaipur, Amir Fort, Havali as well. And that's a nice program for 5-star accommodation at $1,800 per person, season, depending on the seasonality, includes 15%. But again, everything with this itinerary and all of our itineraries in our brochures and what we'll talk about in the next couple of minutes can be tailored, can be taken out. You can do a 4-star hotel in Delhi, a 3-star in Agra, 5-star in Ranthambore, whatever you want to do. We can mix and match the hotels. We've got palaces we can stay in. We've got boutique properties where, you know, where there's only 6 rooms that are all 4-star, 5-star luxury properties as well. So everything can be played. If you want to incorporate golf into this, or more photography, or more food things, we can tweak all this. All you have to do is just let us know, and come backwards and forwards. This is our 17-day Rajasthan itinerary, bit longer, a bit more in-depth in the northern India, going through all different cities, out into the desert in Jalsmani, out into Nalai, where you do tiger safaris, Udaipur on the lake, you know, and back to Jaipur and Agra for Taj Mahal as well. But again, everything can be tailored made. Southern India here, classic Kerala luxury houseboats on the water, down tea plantations. Now, Southern India, Northern India, you cannot eat beef at all. No steak, no hamburgers, or not beef hamburgers anyway. Southern India, you can have that. Northern India, the cow is sacred. Southern India, not so much, and they're open to having steak and chips and whatever and hamburgers like we normally know it. So something a little bit different there, which blew me away the first time I went to Kerala. We got Sri Lanka there, great little island, a lot to do, very diverse. You got treks. When I say treks, a day hikes up the mountains. You got Kandy, the cultural. You got the national parks in Yala, and then you got the beaches in Galle, where you can sit by the beach and have a couple of days of R&R because you have been moving around quite a bit. We've got another wildlife one here of Sri Lanka. See the leopards and the tigers everywhere, the elephants incorporated it again. Again, all this can be tailored depending on your clients. This is what the Gorkha land, which is what we call the golden triangle of Nepal. Kathmandu, do a mountain flight where you can go see Mount Everest. Chitwan for national park and look for the rhinos and the tiger. And then down into Pokhara, you can do your a little trek up into the Annapurna mountain range. You can go on the lake. You can do a lot of active. It's an active area where you can do a lot more active activities rather than the typical normal sightseeing programs. And then we got Bhutan, where I just came back from. Thimphu, Tiger's Nest trek here on the left. A lot of monasteries, beautiful, untouched, very innocent program as well. Then we're the general sales agent, preferred sales agents for the luxury trains in India, the Maharaja Express here on the top and the Palace on wheels. Hopefully you would have heard them by across your way. They were truly 5-star luxury itineraries, go for 2 weeks. In most cases, all 5-star, meals on board the train, all your sightseeing is included. They can start off at around $10,000 per person, depending on the room categories, and upwards from there. But again, we have access to all these wonderful products as well. Couple of little specials that we're just putting in there to give you a bit of an idea. We've got our golden triangle, so it's just Delhi, Agra and Jaipur, 7 days, $1,590 per person, set $1,010 per person in US dollars. That's all on 5-star private itinerary. Again, this is very similar to what in Australia they use Tripadil and Webjet and Expedia and all that kind of stuff. We can match a lot of this kind of stuff where with those other bigger companies, that will be their price for a group travel. For us, it's private, so it can be just your 2 clients, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, sitting in the car with their own guide, and off they go and do this great itinerary. You just got to add airfares to this. And then we've got a wonderful Nepal itinerary here, $2,000 per person, 8 days as well. All your itineraries included. You can see on the left there all the highlights included as well, where a lot of these other travel companies and websites will give you a price similar to this, but all of these extras have to be paid at the time or when you're going into these entry places. It's already done for us because we've got the buying power and you're dealing directly with the people on the ground. Here's our latest Sri Lanka one as well. 1890, travel dates between April and September, but again, you can travel at any time. You want private 4- and 5-star accommodation, fantastic itinerary. Myself and Steve look after the US market. We've just employed Steve Avalos. He will be starting actually on the 1st of June, to be honest. But myself and Steve look after the US market, and I do look after the Australian market here. We've got a dedicated email address for reservations, which is archer@travel-sapphire.com. And our website has a lot more information, a lot more of our programs that we can provide on the website. So feel free to go have a look. Again, we have a Facebook group there, travel Sapphire travel agents. You can come and join. I'll let you into the group, and then we'll put up a lot of different things up there, including our famil trips and all that kind of stuff as well. So for both companies, we do a lot of famils. I've just come back from India and Bhutan. We've got Nepal going next week, and I've got Sri Lanka going in June. Vietnam, I've got a trip with. Already had 2 trips to Vietnam this year. And I've got another 2 for later in the year. So the way we work is the agents that support us with bookings and quotes and all that kind of stuff will get our famil trips first before anybody else. So we always look to reward our agents who support us to come on our trips with us. So if there's anything you guys need, please reach out to myself. I'm happy to help out and go from there. I'm all done. Thank you for your time. Amanda, any questions at all?
Perfect. Yes, we have some questions. So the first question is, do we use the same portal for both brands?
No, the same, because they're totally separate companies. You can do different email addresses. The only common factor between both companies is me.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can ring me, and I can sort of point you in the right directions, but the different websites for different companies.
Perfect. Next question is, where can we find marketing materials for both companies?
Come to me. I'm in the middle of getting one like a OneDrive together, or like a folder for both, and then we'll put all the flyers and imaging and all that kind of stuff into each folder. But in the meantime, just come to me, let me know what you're after, and we can tailor an itinerary or a flyer or whatever, go from there. But also on our Facebook pages as well, we have you can use the Facebook tiles that we put on our page to use for your own personal promotional tools as well.
Perfect. Are we able to send a quote or itinerary directly from your portal, or where?
Yep. So if whatever we send you, so we'll send to you guys, or to once we get an inquiry from you, we'll send an itinerary in both Word document and also PDF. So then you can just forward that directly onto your clients, and then you just got to tell them what the cost is, and go from there, which will tell you the gross price, obviously, on the itineraries. But you can do it from there. You can send, if you want to go onto each of our websites and take a email, and you can email those quotes, those itineraries directly to them. That's fine. We just need to get them repriced depending on the travel dates that your clients are looking out for.
Perfect. Next question is, are we able to book groups? And if so, how many people make up a group?
Yes, you can book groups. We gladly look after groups. A group can be as many as you want to be a group. So we can do groups a number of different ways. Like for Travel Sapphire, for example, we can do a group of 8. It all depends. Is the travel consultant coming as an escort? Do we need to cost that escort into the group as well? Do you want it separate? But yes, we can do groups. No worries. There must be if you've got a group inquiry, send it through, and then I might ring you and ask a couple of different questions depending on what you've told me in the email. And then we can work out the best way to do it for you, because groups, some people want to cost in escorts, or it could be just a family group of 10 people traveling together. That's fine. We'll get a cheaper rate because you're all traveling together in 10. We've got buses that can hold 15 people, 20 people, 38 people. I think the other one's 45 people. So depending on how big the group is, will determine which vehicles you go in, how you want to separate it from there. But yes, that can be easily done.
Perfect. Are you able to share this PowerPoint so we can use it for ourselves?
100%. I can send that to you. No problems whatsoever. I'll send it to you, Amanda, and then you can pass it on to the network.
Perfect. Yes, I can distribute it. Someone asked, can you please go back to the slide with the contact information?
Of course I can. That one for the
Yes.
Travel Sapphire, I'm assuming. Yep, cool.
Perfect. Oh, I think they meant, can you show both? So maybe we'll just give them a second on this one and then
I'll go back to the
maybe
other
we
one.
perfect.
Yeah, that's easy done. Wait, you got next question while we're waiting for that?
Yes. So I just want to be clear. I would reach out to you via email after looking up what type of vacation on your website, and then we would be able to work together.
No, you don't have to look at our website. You can just email directly and give me the specifications that your client's given you. So I get a lot of itinerary people going, I want to do India. I've got a budget of $3,000 per person. I want to go for 2 weeks. They're interested in, they want to see Taj Mahal, wildlife, and have good food. And that's literally the email I get. And then myself and my team will put an itinerary together based on those requirements that you've given me. So you don't have to pick an itinerary. You don't have to do anything. You just give me what the clients are after, and then we'll tailor make the itinerary, and then we can tweak the itinerary once you come back to you and you present it to your client. Your client says, oh, take this out, add this in. That sounds great. Oh, we want a spa treatment. We want to play a game of golf or something. We can make another tweak and add that in. But yeah, you don't have to do a full itinerary off the website. We can definitely tailor something without any specific itinerary in mind.
Perfect. Thank you. And then they're asking to see the other
Yeah,
the contact info. Yeah, thank you.
that one. There we go. Cool. Did that work? No, sorry, one more. Where'd it go? There we go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you.
No, that's all good. And I think you guys have my contact details already on the intranet too. I think
Yeah, on the Travel Cafe. Yes, under the suppliers tab. So
yeah, because I gave Dave those email all that information a couple of weeks back now. So
yeah, that's up on the Travel Cafe for you guys to look under suppliers, so you can find all the information there as well. But if you're jotting it down now, it's right in front of you, so go for it. Perfect. And so that was our last question for today. Is there anything else that you would like to add, or you think it's important for the agents to know before we go?
No, the only thing I would say is because we're obviously for the Australia and US market, when you're sending an email through to those email addresses, just let us know if you're in Australia or USA, because obviously we don't want to quote Australian dollars to people in USA and vice versa, So just let us know if you're in the US market or Australia, and then we can make sure we're quoting in US dollars and Australian dollars and relevant from there. But other than that, reach out to me. I'm happy to help arrange phone calls, to have one-on-one calls, to go in a bit more detailed into product and talk about your groups and itineraries and whatever. But happy to work with you guys, and looking forward to working with you all again, and hopefully get you guys away on a nice little trip at some point, on a family trip somewhere.
That would be amazing. That sounds really cool. I think the agents are really excited about that. They always are excited about a fam trip or a familial trip. Depends where you're from. I know in the USA we say fam, and then I know in Australia you guys say familial. So really cool. It's really great opportunity for the agents to learn more about the brand.
It makes selling the destination a lot easier once you see it with your eyes. I can tell you how good Delhi is and how good Vietnam is and whatever, but until you actually see it and feel it and taste it and smell it and experience it for yourself, that's when you really get a lot more out of it, and then you'll sit there and go, I know what Justin was talking about now. So the food in Vietnam and India is amazing. Don't let the misconceptions or your preconceived ideas especially about India, precede you, because it's nothing like you'll ever think it is. There are some aspects to it and I'm going, yeah, it's a bit Slumdog Millionaire type stuff, but there's a lot of high-end middle class shopping center, just like you guys have in LA and Vegas and Florida and everywhere else, you know. So it's not as bad as what you think it is, but it's actually more exciting too. The food is totally blows you away compared to what you get in Australia and USA. And I've traveled USA extensively as well, but the food is Indian food and Vietnam food is next level in their own countries.
Perfect. Well,
Cool.
we love that. Thank you so much, Justin, for
No
doing
worries.
this webinar today. And thank you
No
all
worries.
I appreciate it. And thank you all the agents for joining us today. Like I said, if you want to review this, you can find it right here in the videos tab of this page, as well as all the information is on the Travel Cafe website under the suppliers tab. You'll be able to find it there. And so just thanks again, Justin. Thanks everyone for joining us. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Thanks for your time. Bye.
Bye.